Hello and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm the executive producer here, John Bates, and I've got a few pre-show notes for you. First of all, I'd like to thank our $25 tier supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, Samantha Bates, and Maureen Montee, without whom we wouldn't be able to do much, especially not all the content that we put forward now. I also want to thank all the people that have joined on with us since the, I would say, successful experiment that was Midsummer Night's Stream. If you're interested in that, go check out our YouTube channel, where youtube.com/Sensaku, where we performed the world's first, as far as we're aware, live stream production of a community theater performance of A Midsummer Night's Dream. That sounds like a lot of qualifiers. It's more just because that's the way I talk. Please go enjoy them, give us feedback, let us know if you'd like to see more of that in the future. If you'd like to support us financially, you can do so on our Patreon page at patreon.com/FSFilms. You can also follow us on Twitter at Final Show Films, or follow me personally at John A. Bates for all future updates and live notifications for our live stream. In the meantime, sit back, relax, enjoy. And we're live.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to more Late Night, Early Morning Adventurers League. Continuing once again with Curse of Strahd. I am William, and I am the Dungeon Master for this 5th edition campaign. Joining me, we have John.
Oh, I'm John, and I'm playing Zorm, the Githzerai Cleric of War.
And Jeff.
Hey, I'm Jeff. I'm playing Jonel, the Elven Sun Soul Monk.
As I struggle to say player names and not character names. Jeremy.
Hello, I am Jeremy, and I'm playing. I am playing the person who cannot talk. I am playing.
Oh, that's me.
That is you, yes. I'm playing Krethic, Hobgoblin Paladin of the Silver Flame.
And Aaron.
Hi, I'm Erin, and I am playing Connie Rose, who's the barbarian zealot of Soon.
And we return to this group as, after many adventures within the realm of Barovia, they have finally arrived within the foreboding courtyard of the massive, dark, and dangerous Castle Ravenloft. They stand alone in this ancient, decrepit courtyard, the castle banisters looming above their heads. And we pick up as they arrive.
I mean, basically, we just decided to say fuck it and jump straight to the final boss.
No, we have to search for things. There are things we have to find.
Yes, I know.
RNG is the reason we're stuck here.
Speaking of, can anybody give me a particularly detailed analysis of the things we're looking for? Any information you may have gathered at all?
Connie will recite because she's allowed to recite specific information from credible sources. She will essentially recite what the fortune teller said, pretty much word for word.
GM.
Reading out of the back of the book. Hopefully the GM has that information.
So does that mean that Connie can cite Wikipedia if she can only cite credible sources?
Wikipedia is not a religious doctrine.
I mean, for some people it is. GM, is that enough of a description for me to use locate object?
I mean, probably, but I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what's within 1,000 feet of each other with how this map is laid out, so.
Well, for perspective, the courtyard is about 400 feet.
Yeah, I don't know how tall this fucker is.
I don't feel like
I'm
it's
in the wrong game.
400 by. Hold on, let me figure this out.
I see each floor is between 10 to 15 feet.
10,000 squared minus.
By the power of geometry.
Theoretically, anything on the floor above or below us should be within 1,000 feet.
Unless it is 916 feet tall.
How many floors are there, William?
Lots.
Lots.
Lots
Looking
and
from
lots.
the outside.
Are there
how
more
can
than
we
10
count the
floors?
windows?
Yes, there are more than 10 floors.
All right, so anything on the 10th floor or higher, probably not.
Also, it doesn't penetrate through, like,
That's the big
a
problem.
good amount of thickness of objects.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, there's a lot of stone and wood, and probably even a little bit of lead.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
Krethik,
gonna cast locate object and concentrate on it for 10 minutes while we walk around.
Krethik just starts walking forward.
Targeting what?
The sword.
This is a stealth mission, correct?
Yes. I
Nice.
think it would be quite as possible. I think the sword should be our primary goal.
Good. Krethik does not just step forward and loudly declare his challenge to Strahd.
This is as stealthy as possible mission.
So,
Also, the things that you have. Hang on a minute. I would say this is a card of power and strength that tells of a weapon of vengeance. A sword of sunlight is not enough to be familiar.
Okay, that's
with
cool.
the weapon you're looking for, and neither is this card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope.
Yeah. Okay, then I won't cast it then. That's why I wanted to check with you and see like is it familiar enough for me? All right.
Still useful
we've
for
got
the
a
other
big
members of the
building.
party to know what we're looking for.
we've got a big building in front of us. I don't see any doors. So Krethik will start going right because you never go left because that's the hand of the devil.
Zorn will point to the door immediately to the right of us in this area and go, Krathik, you passed the door.
Is
That
there a door there?
I mean right here.
Right there.
But that's a door to what I'm assuming is like a gate tower.
There might be
Presumably.
there might be things to destroy in the gate tower. And also treasure to be found.
I feel like, and I may be, if I may be so bold, my friend, I feel like it is unlikely that the master vampire is hiding the things that can destroy him just past the drawbridge where the adventurers will first go.
So I will say,
You know where the items are, correct?
Hmm.
One
you
of
know,
them's in the crypt.
one of them is in the crypt of the man that that Strahd envies,
His brother.
and the other one.
Oh no, that's where we fight him. The Crypt of the Man that Strahd Envies is where we fight him, isn't it?
Oh no, yeah. Yes, the final battle will be in the crypt of the man that Strahd envies. I have my notes here. 1 second.
One of them is in the throne room.
Yeah, one of them is in the treasury, and one of them is in the throne room.
Yeah, those are the two rooms.
So chances are we're going to need to go up.
Yeah.
I was more thinking not necessarily the treasure we're looking for, but other unassorted treasures might be in the guardhouse.
If there is plenty of time for that later. We're here on a mission.
Follow after.
Sorry, you have a prince
so
goblin with you.
before you guys go too far off, it is blocked by dynamic lighting, and because it's sort of representing the roof of the area, but the doors directly into the castle are in front of you.
Ah.
They are.
Aha.
I will delete the dynamic lighting so you can see what it looks like on the map.
I rewind a little bit.
Sorry. Yeah.
Ah, because that's the roof. That's why we can't see the door.
Makes sense, game designers.
I don't know why they
Okay.
failed to do the normal thing that they do with doors, like this one right here and this one right here.
Wait, where? Am I
Oh.
missing where the door is?
I bet this is the roof level.
Well, this is the top-down view of the courtyard.
Uh,
And let me
So-
shift click so I can get your.
Because I'm not
Yeah.
seeing a door.
Yeah,
the door is not. The door is apparently hidden underneath the bannerets.
I'm assuming it's somewhere here in the middle.
Do you see that? Do you see to the right? This.
No.
Meow.
where you're pinging on the gargoyle.
Oh, okay, I see. This is all stuff that is still on the GM overlay, the sort of hidden outline of the inner courtyard.
Oh, look at that.
Aha.
There's a door.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
seems like information that the players would have when entering this space.
Yes.
Putting a map on Roll20 and work for a large company. Please keep these things in mind.
In that case,
Wait, I see a pair of double doors. Do we really want to go into the front door?
yes.
Yeah.
Jonel's like, why did I have to get trapped with these idiots?
Subtlety is not the way of heavy armor.
So I walk up to the
The
door.
ugly things create impediments to practicality.
I'm going to examine the door to see
I'll
if
agree
it's
with the
locked or
sentiment of that.
All right. The doors do not appear to be either locked or trapped. They appear to be wide open, basically allowing you entrance into the castle, into the keep proper of Ravenloft.
I walk through the door.
Krathic, I think he's expecting your challenge.
Are you saying that I should challenge him now?
At least when you see him.
So, as you
Yes, when we see him, I will.
see the ornate doors of the castle swing open, revealing a grand. So the ornate doors of the outer castle hang open, flanked by fluttering torches and iron sconces. 20 feet inside of the castle is a second set of doors, which I will promptly place you in as soon as I have. Because, like
Yeah.
everything.
Let me guess. Different map?
Yes, different map.
Yep.
You're on this courtyard for all of 3 seconds, and then we move you to the next one.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
probably we don't really expect you to be on this unless you randomly want to have a fight.
Unless you go investigate the guard towers.
Please tell me that your things default have eyes. You do default have eyes, okay.
I try to have eyes. It's useful.
I like them.
I generally try and pry mine out.
This area is dark. Does anyone have light?
Yes.
If I want to.
If necessary, yes.
Sorry, I'm gonna just check. Yeah, I have the cantrip and will cast it on my sword because I need to fucking see.
All
I
right.
do have
Me
torches.
too.
What is the radius of light?
I light a torch.
Is it 2020?
Yeah. Multiple light sources is probably not a bad thing.
Yes, it's
so.
2020.
Yeah.
And what is the radius of a torch is 30/30, I think?
2020 also. I
2020
think.
also? Okay.
Let me check and make sure.
Lay is a
Yep,
torch that
2020.
you can put on your weapon, making it slightly more practical if you're gonna smash something.
I mean, I can light my weapon on fire too if I have some oil.
It's also not a concentration. I can just cast light on you. Oh wait, no. You can only cast light on one thing.
Yeah, you can only have one instance of it up at a time.
I walk up to the next set of double doors and I check it for traps and lock.
As you approach the second set of doors, the doors in front of you suddenly swing open, revealing a grand hall filled with the sound of organ music.
I'm
As
still
I
an
read
NPC.
This right. I'll deal with it later.
Feeling a little temporary.
Walk through door smashed by piano.
Hey, look, it's a big courtyard.
This
Overhead-
is more of an antechamber.
And as you walk forward towards that next area, the rest of you, as you look overhead, In the vaulted entry foyer, 4 statues of dragons glare down, their eyes flickering in the torchlight.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. So we're looking for a sword, a holy item, and a dragon skull.
Very well. Keep going.
And one of them was in the throne room, correct?
Yes.
Remember right? There's
That's probably where we should go first.
So,
Go straight for the double doors.
hang on, as you enter, because there is box text for literally every room in this place. Give me.
I'm
just a
excited
bit.
for this. I am super excited. Box text is
Sorry,
the
most
best.
groups probably do not quite barge in, go, room, and keep moving quite as much as this group of holy idiots.
There is box text and potential encounter text for just about every room of this place.
And unironically, I am like box text. Yeah.
Hold
Cobwebs.
Krethik. Box text.
For this large one. Cobwebs stretch between the columns that support the vaulted ceiling of a great dusty hall, dimly lit by sputtering torches in iron sconces. The torches cast odd shadows across the faces of 8 stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by decay. Double doors of bronze stand closed to the east. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. A lit hallway to the south contains another set of bronze doors through which you hear sad and majestic organ tones. Staircase leads the characters are here by invitation. An elf with brown skin and long black hair descends the wide staircase, quiet as a cat. He wears a gray cloak over black studded leather armor and has a polished scimitar hanging from his belt. Ah, my master is expecting you,
Ah,
he
look,
says.
it's Drist.
Well, that's unexpected.
the carriage ride didn't quite tip you off that we were expected.
I didn't expect us to be greeted politely.
I mean, it is a castle.
Ani does not smash the dude yet.
If
What
you
is
all,
your name,
I am known as Rahadin.
Rahadin? Well met.
It's a pleasure to meet all of you. If you like, I would lead you to audience with my master.
Isn't he asleep right now?
He waits you in the dining hall.
Isn't he?
Dining hall is kind of a funny term when we're talking about a vampire.
He just kind of gives you that sort of implacable stare of someone who has heard this 1,000 times and is just waiting for your answer.
What is his intent here?
He wishes to greet you in your entrance to the castle.
For what reason? I assume
He has invited you and expects you to arrive.
Does he know our purpose here?
Adventurers come here many a time, all for the same purpose.
It is not a purpose I would assume that he is amenable to.
He would greet you all the same.
I would meet with this Strahd.
Fuck it, why not?
Because I don't play smart characters, as we've noticed from the last time I thought this thing could
You were currently playing a slightly less impulsive character than the last time.
Oh no, yeah. Krethik is a lot brighter. No, actually no, Krethik is dumber than Valix was.
Jonel's gonna step up just behind Krethik and just kind of quietly try not to challenge him on sight.
Very well.
If he greets us with respect, I will treat him the same until it is time to destroy him.
Well,
And there is no quietness about this.
please follow me then. And he sort of glides past you with this sort of eerie economy of motion as he steps down through this hallway, which I have more box text for.
Sweet!
Torchlight flutters against the walls of this vaulted hall. To the east, an arched hallway stretches for 20 feet, ending in a spiral staircase that goes up and down. Next to the hallway, a suit of armor, oiled and glistening, stands at attention in a shallow alcove. To the west, large double doors hang slightly open, and a steady bright light escapes through the opening. Swells of organ music come from behind the doors, spilling their melody of power and defeat into the hall, as he kind of leans against the door and pushes them open. Please, after you.
Thank you. Tell me, Rahadan, are you compelled to serve this creature? Or do you choose to?
I serve my master loyally and willingly.
Okay. Why?
I have lived many years, and my master has had a long, painful in many cases, but eventful life, and I have been his servant since time immemorial.
But you are a servant of evil.
I am a servant of my master.
As I said.
It is not for me to define good and evil.
No, it is not.
Just to be petty, I'm casting Detect Good and Evil.
Evil everywhere.
I was about to say, this entire place kind of lights up on, like...
Yeah, but I want to specifically know if the guy we're talking to is creature type, like vampire or something. Because that would make him
he does not qualify as a creature type that pings on your Detect Good and Evil.
He's not a...
He's just
You
immortal.
are correct. It is not for you to decide what is good and evil. That has already been decided by the universe, and the universe has said vampires are evil.
Krathik,
Well.
if you're done moralizing, can we go in the dining hall?
Indeed.
I was simply trying to have meaningful conversation. However, yes, we can enter.
All right, so you all step into the dining hall. Rahadan awaits each of you to enter and then closes the doors behind you.
That's not ominous at all.
Do we hear a ominous click
there's the
as
organ.
locks the door?
They just shut. So I have more box text. 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminate this magnificent chamber. Pillars of stone stand against dull white marble walls, supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room, a long, heavy table is covered with a fine white satin cloth. The table is laden with many delectable foods: roasted beast basted in a savory sauce, roots and herbs of every taste, and sweet fruits and vegetables. Places are set for each of you with fine, delicate china and silver. At each place is a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance. At the center of the far west wall, between floor to ceiling mirrors, stands a massive organ. Its pipes blare out a thunderous melody that speaks in its tone of greatness and despair. Seated at the organ, facing away from you, a single caped figure pounds the keys in a raptured ecstasy. The figure suddenly stops, and as deep silence falls over the dining hall, it suddenly turns towards you, revealing the familiar to 2 of you at this point pale face and dark hair of Count Strahd von Zarovich as he stands from the organ and turns, taking a few steps over to the seat at the head of the table. Ah, it is good to see each of you again, and some of you for the first time.
Ah, roast beast. The vaguest and yet most appropriate dish.
As you all well know, I am Count Strahd von Zarovich, and I welcome you to my castle.
With respect.
I wondered if you might make this an entertaining evening for me. The castle is yours to explore, though its dangers are numerous, and I will be watching.
I point at the food. Is this food for everyone?
Absolutely. If you wish to partake, you are free to do so.
I grab some roast beast and start eating it.
Forgive me, but I am not hungry at the moment.
literally rules text.
The mummified, disgusting monster in our party, a look of general disgust.
Literally text it literally as writ. The food on the table is tasty, the wine delicious.
Because
Good to know.
remember, I don't have an upper lip, so you just see that.
If you wish to make this entertaining, why not give us an idea of what to expect?
Well, I think by this point, your holy want-to-be should have figured something interesting. And by this point, Lulu, you're realizing, or Connie,
Lulu?
Connie,
All of a sudden,
I
Lulu's
play
like,
a lot of characters that
Wait a
want
sec.
to be
Who are
clerics.
you?
Fine.
Where did you come
all of a
from?
sudden, Lulu's like, where the hell am I?
The werewolf is in absolutely the wrong variant of the shadow.
Yeah.
So, and Connie, by this point, you realize you've been standing within 30 feet of this person for the past, 18 seconds,
Mhm.
and there's been no ping on your detect good and evil. And it's at that point that his illusory form just kind of
Oh man, I was
into-
just walking over to him.
turns into smoke and just disappears with the final parting.
Well, that's just impolite.
He seems like a
Can I
very
destroy
happy
the
man.
table?
What was that,
Can
Aaron?
I smash the table.
You can absolutely smash the table.
So as Krethet, or wait, not Krethet.
Dorm.
As Zoram is eating, there's just a great sword that smashes the table in half.
Zorm, you've got half of a leg of the beast, and then this greatsword just crashes through, and food flies everywhere. Goblets end up tumbling to the ground.
I mean, I didn't sit down. I just grabbed it and continued standing and eating. So it's just like, fascinating.
It's like the beast is kind of propped
I
up between
am
halves of the
walking
table.
Out of this room.
Are you sure you don't want to destroy his organ? Make of that what you will. No, I didn't say that last part.
I didn't know paladins were that kinky, Krethic.
I didn't say that.
Doesn't bother to pull out the book as she just mutters, "Temple room," or treasure room. She would have gotten that right. Treasure room.
I mean, the throne room's probably right there, I say, pointing sort of catty corner to the door.
Very, very likely.
Let's. He wants us to
This one?
explore. Let's explore.
Yeah, that one over there.
All right, so as you head back that way, hang on.
Sorry, I was paused because there was box text, and then I was prompted to move by other players.
So as you all head back into that room, this is about to be relevant. Remember how I said the first time that you came through, there were a bunch of gargoyles.
The gargoyles are gone.
The gargoyle's on the ground, ready to fight.
I feel like the gargoyles are about to be on the ground, ready to fight. And by ground, I mean our shoulders.
I'm looking for Solaire to summon him for the boss fight.
I'm here. This is what Solaire looks like under the helmet. That's why he never takes it off.
Yes, I know that is what everyone in Dark Souls looks like under their clothes.
As 8 gargoyles fall down from their perch, wings flapping as they land all around you, we're going to roll initiative.
Hi,
The
fellas.
first of many, many fights in this castle.
Excellent.
Wablam. Holy shit, guys.
Wow. Okay.
What I like about this,
Jeremy's off to a roaring start.
you don't necessarily, you just have a -1.
Yep. I'm going on 1.
Yeah.
Anyway. Because me and dice.
Negative. Get that negative 0.92 modifier there.
All right. So, Zorm, you having been the person who hung back just a bit, looks up to see these gargoyles descending to pounce on the rest of your group, and you get the first go.
Aha! Sarcasm saves the day. There are things I could do. I just don't know how many of them I want to do right now.
Remember, the DM did just say the first of many
Yeah.
fights to come.
Yep.
I see us spending about.
Cantrips, you've got weapons.
I see us spending after long rests about 2 months in game time in this castle.
Yep.
2 months in game or out of game?
In game. All right, we finished the fight. We're fucked up.
Long rest. I'm going to.
I am curious what this castle has for people who like to long rest in it.
If there's more than 10 floors, presumably they have accounted for some groups trying that.
Yeah, I'm gonna the one right next to me. I'm going to use my bonus action to summon my spiritual weapon on the other side of it. Just using a 2nd level spell slot for that.
Okay.
And it'll attack it from there.
1 second, so I can just pull up a spiritual weapon token.
And it is a great sword.
It is indeed a great sword, but you get the same token that I use for all
Yeah,
spiritual weapons.
I believe it has advantage. Let me roll.
Yes, it has advantage.
I don't, but it. So does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Ignore the 17. It does 12 force damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack with my great sword, and I'm going to use my great weapon master to attack with my great sword.
Okay.
Oh, blam! Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit.
So it takes 24 slashing damage. I just.
Oh, you don't have holy weapon up. Okay, yeah.
No, yeah, I don't have holy weapon up. That's the divine strike that I get at level 6, or level 8.
Okay. Slam into this stony creature with your great sword, and it carves chunks of stone out of it. But as it has this sort of spray of granite across the ground, it is still coming at you, although it looks to be heavily damaged now. Connie, you're up.
I'm really annoyed, but I'm not gonna rage because I only get 2 of those a long rest. So yeah. Great sword. $13.
13. You can still reckless attack even if you're not raging, by the way.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I'm reckless attacking then.
18 does hit.
Awesome. 12 slashing,
directly
which
next
is
to you?
magical.
To the one directly next to you.
Yep. The guy I'm already in melee with.
Slashing. All right.
Oh, okay. There's one there.
Yeah, you probably cannot see him.
Nope.
But yeah, right next to me. 28.
28 hits.
8 slashing.
All right.
And they all have advantage on me.
Which brings it to Gargoyle turn.
Gargoyle turn.
Bop. 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 There we go.
Great.
Don't worry, I have a lot of hit points.
Don't worry, I'm only fighting one.
All right. So, all right. So first off, Zorm. We'll go with the one that's on you first.
Bring it, bitch.
9 misses you.
Yeah,
A natural 20 hits you.
damn it.
You take 7 points of slashing damage.
Shit. No, that's fine.
The 2 that are attacking Krethik.
Okay.
Get those advantage
16
strikes.
misses you.
16 misses.
22 hits you.
22 hits.
5 slashing damage.
Okay.
Second one. 11 misses you.
Yep.
22 hits you.
Yep.
8 slashing damage.
Okay.
The one that's going after Janelle.
Using my reaction to give it disadvantage.
Okay, that makes him miss from a 22 to an 8.
Excellent.
Bing, Captain America, that thing away.
12 misses you, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And then the 4 that are after Connie.
Yep.
You can't do much about that.
Bye, Connie.
They all have advantage if you've forgotten in the
Yeah.
slight span of time.
11 misses. 16?
I have a decent AC. No, that misses.
Okay. That's 1. 23 hits you for 8 piercing.
Mm-hmm.
16 misses you. That's 2. Natural 20 hits you for 4 piercing.
Oh.
Wow, these guys are hitting for shit.
That's
Yeah.
lucky. Yes.
That was minimum damage on both.
Mhm.
On the critical damage and the regular damage.
Awesome.
22 hits you for 6 slashing. That's 3. And number
It's not
4.
reduced. Sorry, were you reducing those?
I've not been reducing. There's just a lot of these guys, and they don't do a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, gargoyles are not inherently badass.
Yeah, someone said so 3, and I was like, no, not right now.
20 hits you for 8 piercing, I'm assuming, unless your AC is better than 20.
Yeah.
Okay. And then 20 hits you for 3 slashing.
Well,
And
I'm
that
good.
is all the gargoyles as Connie goes from full health to half health.
I debate your definition of the word good now that I am one of the healers. I mean, technically, I was
how
one
does
of the
it
healers when I was.
feel?
Technically, I was one of the healers when I was Valis, but
How does it feel for the person at half health to tell you, no, I'm totally fine?
Meh.
I mean,
This
it's
cleric
good
don't
either
care.
way. I'm just flipping the tables.
Yeah, so am I.
Jonelle, it's
No,
your turn.
legitimately,
He's still standing. Okay. First, I'm gonna do one attack at each of them.
Okay.
This one first, and then the one above. This is gonna attempt to do stunning strike on the first guy. See if that actually works. So
28
I'm
hits.
assuming we'll hit. 8 points of damage, and it is a DC 15 con save.
He does make the saving throw.
Damn. Okay. Attack on the guy above him. Same thing. Gonna spend another key point.
You attempt to rock the brain of the rock creature. It doesn't rock.
Yes. And 11 will miss.
Yes, 11 will miss.
And Krethik, you'll be fine for now.
Do you have to spend?
Good.
Do you have to spend a key point for stunning strike before you attack?
I don't know. I thought I spent one when I declared it, but
Let me check.
I'm not sure about that. Now that you
might.
mention
I think you only declare. I think you only spend it after you hit.
it, is it only after I actually
Looking
connect?
here, stunning strike. When you hit another creature with a melee attack, you can spend 1 key point to attempt to save.
Okay, so
Yeah, so you don't spend it if you miss.
okay, good to know. But
Relevant.
yes, relevant. But I'm going to step over here to assist Connie, and
All right,
since
'cause you have the-
I-
You got. Okay.
You took the space that Krethik was going to go into.
You
No.
can.
The monk decided the monk who doesn't have that many hit points, assumedly, decided he was gonna walk away from 2 opportunity attacks.
He's got mobile.
No, I have mobile.
Oh,
I
you have
don't take
mobile.
opportunity attacks, which is why I attacked both of them.
Yep.
Good.
All right, and you can do anything else? Or just stay there.
Nope, I'm gonna step over there. I am gonna spend the key point to do flurry of blows to make 2 more attacks, one at each of them. And
All right,
so first the guy directly above me,
15 hits.
15 hits. So I'm gonna attempt to do stunning strike.
All right.
Stun all of the gargoyles.
With an 11, this gargoyle is stunned.
Excellent. And I'm going to attempt the same thing at the guy next to him.
What will I use for the stun symbol? I will use... You know what? Let's go with the nuclear option for stunned.
Sure.
With a 5, he is also stunned.
Wasn't that like all your key points though?
Oh,
No,
he's got 9.
I've got
He just spent 4.
yeah. So
5.
Well,
Flurry of blows
no,
too.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You only spend a few
5.
hit
I
That's
used,
right. That's right.
I
You
used
missed
flurry
the
of
one.
blows. Is,
That's right. Never mind.
yeah, I missed the one. So
Don't mind me.
All right.
and that would be my turn.
All right, Krethik, you're up.
All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, I'm going to level 1 attack at this dude.
The level 1 attack, as opposed to the level 2 attack.
All right. Battle axe. 20
That hits.
for 5 slashing damage.
All right, yeah. And as you dig in with your battle axe, something you would have noticed as well, Zorm. It seems like the two of you's weapons are having trouble digging through the stony hide of these creatures.
Even my silvered greatsword.
Yes, because your silvered greatsword is not adamantine
That's fair.
and not magical.
Fair
Also
enough.
fair.
And I am going to, now that I've hit him, okay, question. You get 2 attacks with an attack, or I get 2 attacks with my attack action. Can I
Yes.
attack, bonus action, move, attack?
Yeah.
Sweet. I am then going to bonus action this asshole.
That sounds wrong.
For compelled duel,
For the one that you just hit.
for the one I just hit.
Okay. Wisdom save.
DC
With
is
an-
16.
With an 8, his eyes are locked onto you, and that red glare just kind of
Sweet.
flares up.
I am moving up here. Actually, I'm moving. Yeah, there. Oh wait, no, because I won't be able to get my tile. Then I'm going to attack this guy up here. So, attack, bonus action, attack, and then move.
Yeah.
And for him, I will an 18,
Uh-huh.
and I will slam a branding strike in. Or wait, no, not a branding strike. I will do my divine smite. Throw a level 2 spell into that.
That'll be 3d8.
Yep. So 10 slashing plus 12 radiant. And then I move there.
Which provokes 2 attacks of opportunity.
Correct?
Which which one is their better weapon? They're literally the exact same. Claws and bites are no different. 14 misses you.
Mm-hmm.
20 hits you.
A 20 just hits you. That's my armor class.
3 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right.
And that is my turn.
Zorm, you're back at the top.
Seems like this is more of a nail problem. I drop my the greatsword, grab my maul. As I grab my maul, I use a bonus action to cast magic weapon on the maul.
Okay.
So it is now a +1 weapon that also is magic.
Hence the spell.
Yeah. And I'm going to Great Weapon Master introduce this gargoyle to a hammer.
All right. Go for it.
This is a +1 to the attack and damage, which I will put here. 1 magic weapon. Aha! I can do global attack modifiers and global damage modifiers. Boom.
It's just
Okay.
good to remember to take those off for your spiritual weapon, which does.
So a 22 hits. I'm assuming.
Yes.
Wow. So it takes 24 points of damage, which is magical damage. Magical bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Look over my shoulder. How you kids doing over there? And that's my turn.
They're just fine.
You're going to use your bonus action to have...
I
you had to
used
use bonus
to
action for magic
cast
weapon.
magic weapon, yeah.
Yeah. As the maul slams through with decidedly more effectiveness, as this thing is barely holding on at this point.
The
Connie.
one I already hit, who's in that corner.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit him again.
You got 2 that you can get advantage on right off the
I
bat.
know. I am well aware of potential capabilities, but I also have reckless attack and poor decision-making skills.
As
Fair.
long as you acknowledge the decision-making skills.
Yep.
14 misses. 24 hits, though.
Great.
15 slashing damage.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, because I'm not raging, because I'm saving that for when all of these stupid spellcasters have run out of magic.
All right.
I've only used 1 spell so far. 2. Two.
When does stun end for Stunning Strike? Is that at the end of your turn or at the end of their turn?
At the end of my turn.
Okay. So 2 gargoyles are stunned. One is compelled to go after Krethik.
Yep.
The other one's going to go after Krethik just because.
Yep.
And one's going to go after Janelle. And then everyone else is going to keep fighting. Zorm. 15 misses you. 6 misses you.
Yep. You hear that? That's what armor sounds like.
Connie.
Yeah, mine have
20,
advantage.
20 hits you for 7 piercing.
The other one has disadvantage.
Be a flat roll.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because you are within 5 feet of Connie.
Yep.
Right.
That's why I moved there.
Captain America, that shield around a pillar.
Unfortunately, that makes it a flat roll, the first one of which was 20.
All right.
For 5 slashing damage. And then the other guy, 23 hits you for 7 piercing damage. Does 17 hit you?
17's my AC.
Okay, so 7 slashing damage.
Yay!
And then the 2 that are after Krethik,
Yep.
6 misses you,
Uh-huh.
11 misses you,
Uh-huh.
6 misses you,
Yep.
22 hits you
Yep.
for 3 slashing damage.
Pa.
And then the one that's after Janelle, 6 misses you, 14 misses you?
Misses me, yes.
Okay. And that's the gargoyles. Jonelle.
Attacking the one directly above me. And just gonna
24 hits.
and not a for 11 and just critical hit on the last one, thankfully. And no, I'm not gonna spend a key point this round.
All right.
Pop, pop, pop.
Yep.
At the end of your turn, both of these guys stop being stunned. Wow.
Are Jonelle's punches magical yet?
And yes, my punches are magical.
Yeah.
His fists are magical by level 6.
Magic hands.
Krethik.
All right.
Not quite the same as jazz hands, though.
Connie has 5 hit points.
Yes, I know.
Don't worry about it. I'm good.
I will remind the court that I dropped mass cure wounds to keep prayer of healing.
I mean, to be fair, Connie is the one that gets revived for no reagents.
Yeah. Also, to be entirely fair.
Yeah, but I would rather
I am
drop
mocking
some.
Jeremy because we play lots of Overwatch.
Yes, and I do a lot of. Yep, I'm good with like 20 health left. I will. I will reach over, grab Connie's shoulder, and let some silver flame lane on hands. I will say take. How much damage did you take last round? Like,
I mean, everything hits. I went from 21 to 5. So if you want to
So
do the
15.
math.
16. So I'll give you 20.
Okay.
And I don't think I have much I can do that as bonus action. Let's see. No, especially not since I have a compelled duel up still. Nope. That is everything. Actually, you know what? I will. Yeah, I'll say where I am. Yep, I'm good.
All right. Zorm.
I just want to note that they are in a perfect flame strike circle. Bonus action for the spiritual weapon to kill this thing in between me and it, hopefully.
Probably.
Dude. 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 Dude.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Dude. 7 force damage.
Yes, it's died. As it smashes down through the gargoyle, leaving a spray of dust in its wake.
Look over at the group of them, like how they're all pinned in by the gargoyles.
And go look for the treasure room.
Lean left. Lean right. Sort of sight a little bit. And I'm going to have the spiritual weapon move here. I'm going to move here.
Okay.
Hold still. There's an 18 hit.
Yes.
Good. For 28 points of damage. Magical bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
That's my turn.
All right. Connie.
So that one I've been hitting, I'm going to reckless attack it again.
Made my compelled duel go away.
$26.
I mean, yeah, 26 hits.
10 slashing.
20 hits.
16 slashing.
It dies as you crash into it and leave a spray of dirt.
Sleep, told you I was fine.
You killed something. That doesn't mean you're fine.
How is Gargoyle's turn?
I'll take your word for it.
As the gargoyle that Zorm hit turns around to fight him.
Hi.
14 misses you.
Looks very annoyed.
6
at the
misses you.
moment.
Yep.
The other one's going to keep going at Krethik.
Okay.
18 misses you, I'm assuming.
Yep.
16 misses you.
Yep.
2 of them are going after Janelle.
Okay.
7 misses. 7 misses. 12 misses. Natural 20 hits you for 10 slashing.
Ow. Okay.
And then 2 more at Connie with advantage.
Second one or first one is just a flat roll.
That's a 9, which misses. 15.
Whack!
I'm assuming misses.
15
I think
misses.
your AC is 17. 14 misses. 17 hits you, I believe.
17. Yeah, my AC is 17, so that hits.
8 slashing damage.
Okay. That round wasn't as bad.
Jonelle. As these gargoyles,
Oh, yeah.
while being worn down, continue to bite and claw as there's a flurry of wings and screeching noises as it just becomes this melee of claws and talons and teeth.
I'm going to take a kick at the one right above me that I've been attacking. 16 hits. I'm assuming.
Yes.
6 damage. Hit it again. 28 for another 9 points of damage.
You finish him off.
It's still up. Okay. I'm gonna make my last swipe at this guy over here.
12 misses.
Assuming 12 misses. And I'm going to stay where I'm at.
All right, Krethik.
All right. Let's see if we can destroy this one.
You have advantage, flanking.
One in between. Yep. $25
hits.
for 4 slashing. Fuck minimum damage. And 26. Nah. For 10 slashing.
All right.
And almost on here. Let's see. Actual stuff. Don't think there's a for my bonus action, I cast Sanctuary. No, wait. No, I absolutely do not, because you are going before they are, and you will fuck up that spell.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Might not be the best idea.
Yep. No, I don't do any. I don't do anything bonus actiony. I will move here, take an opportunity attack.
Yes. 1 opportunity attack coming at you. 16 misses.
Yep. And then there. Minimize the number of attacks coming at the mostly dead person.
All right, Zorm.
My advantage went away.
It's almost dead anyways.
5. That's not the point.
Well, you made my compelled duel go away, so we're even.
10. Get an attack
Attack
opportunity.
opportunity. 20.
That'll hit.
6 slashing damage.
Oh, the pain. The insufferable pain. Gargoyle, what'd the hammer say to the face? Wrong. It said 25. It said 25 damage. And then I will have my spiritual weapon float over here. Actually, they can fly over, so I'll have the spiritual weapon actually just move over here and attack this one. The one that's between it and Jonelle.
I do love people spreading their damage and not finishing things off.
You know,
I assumed that the cleric was going to destroy the one that he had been smashing.
does not have the bonus thing.
Call me crazy.
I spread.
28 hits.
I only get 2 hits, and with Great Weapon Master, if I don't have advantage, I only have a +2 to hit. So I try to get advantage whenever I can, so I don't waste any of my swings. 10 force damage to the one between it and Jonelle.
I'm just saying, there's like 3 gargoyles that die in 1 hit that all have not been given that final hit.
That's what Jonelle's here for.
Yeah, but their turn comes up first. Connie, it's your turn.
I actively can't let an ugly person be protecting me, so I'm gonna smash the one in front of Krethic in an attempt to keep its attention.
It's okay, because when it attacks you, it will get a shield to the face anyways.
Shit.
Funny. With actually respectable damage for once. It's 24 damage.
Yep.
Does it 23
hits? Yeah, 23 hits, yeah.
16. And yeah, that was reckless.
Yeah, I figured.
Convincing it.
Gargoyles. One steps over to Zorm. Yep, 2 on Zorm. 16 misses. 23 hits. 6 slashing damage.
Yeah, it would hit. So.
19 misses.
No, 19 does not miss me.
Oh, well, 19 hits exactly.
Except for the fact that I'm going to use my once per day shield, just because.
And then a 9 misses you.
Yep.
And then 1 off for Janelle. 10 misses. 7 misses. And 2 of them attacking Connie.
This one has disadvantage.
Okay, so we'll do the other one first. 23 hits. 4 piercing damage. 15 misses. And then the other one, the first attack has disadvantage. It doesn't help if the first roll is the natural 20 rather than the second roll.
Yes!
For 9 points of piercing damage. And then the second attack is the one where the advantage gives it a natural 20.
Oh
Are
my
you
god.
fucking kidding me?
For 5 points of slashing damage.
5?
Yeah,
I'm down.
Not
as
for
Connie
long.
goes unconscious.
I had 4 hit points left, so I'm unconscious.
Oh, the dice just don't like Connie.
I feel like the dice are trying to teach Connie a karmic lesson that she is not learning about respecting people that don't look like you.
Janelle.
Okay.
If you could just windmill kick these 3 gargoyles' heads off, that'd be great.
I don't think these 2, I don't think are that hurt though.
These 2 are. I've been hitting them
We
hard.
don't know. Maybe they got into a fight and beat the crap out of each other before we came in.
Who knows? Well, let's start with this guy in the middle here.
Okay,
Yeah.
you are flanking. 27 hits.
Roll again. See
Now,
if
if
you
I
save your
am
crit.
flanking,
Yeah.
so just to see if I got a critical. But
Nope. Roll damage. He's dead.
9 points.
Good job, Monk.
So the kick there, sweeping kick to him, and continue on to this guy.
Okay. 20 hits.
For 11, which I know he hasn't really been touched.
Nah.
But no, I'm not going to move. I'm actually going to continue on and punch this
Yeah,
guy.
if you want to murderize this one before.
And that's a natural one.
Nope.
Fall on Connie.
Slip on the
Crescent.
gravel, the first one.
All right. Get 10 hit points back as I lay on hands.
Boop. Connie, you heal for 10 hit points.
Cool.
And do, do, do. I will use my bonus action to I'll use my bonus action. No, I'll save it. I'm good.
So that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
My turn.
I have very little bonus in terms of bonus action spells because I did not prepare healing word because I'm dumb.
So my spiritual weapon slides over here.
Okay.
To flank this guy with me. Boom.
Your weapon probably can kill it in one hit,
7 force
but
damage.
unlikely to. Yep.
Didn't kill it.
Nope.
I
I couldn't have. Could have got close.
I'll try to hit it. I'll turn that into a 16 with my
16
channel
hits.
divinity.
16 hits.
25.
It's overkill.
25 bludgeoning plus another d6 and 1 of thing. 26
I'll be honest, you
bludgeoning.
probably would have killed it if you hadn't Great Weapon Master, but you would have missed if you hadn't. Yeah, all right.
All right, that one's dead. Chunk, chunk. Move over here. Coming down the line.
Connie, you're on the ground.
I will stand up and go after the one in front of me this time. Actually, which of them looks more interesting?
The one in front of Krethik.
Does it look like I could kill it in my turn?
Probably, yes.
Okay.
It looks like it's cracked and damaged and
There's going to be one less thing attacking on their turn because I am now thinking slightly practically.
Good.
Slightly.
This is the best role reversal. I enjoy being in this position, not in the healer spot.
Roll damage.
10.
10. Okay. It's not quite there, but if you hit it again, you guarantee it's dead.
23.
Yeah, you don't even need to roll damage. It's
Yeah.
dead. Your minimum damage kills it.
Cool.
Boom. As you crash through with the great sword, and once again, another statue crumbles to pieces. There is 2 gargoyles left. One's going after Janelle. One's going after Connie. First the one on Janelle. Natural 1 misses. 9 misses. Then the one on Connie.
Disadvantage.
10 misses. Second one, 22, hits for 5 slashing damage.
You're still up.
Janelle.
Okay. I'm attacking the one above Connie first.
Okay. 20 hits.
20 hit. 10. And kick it again for another 8. It's still standing.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one hasn't been damaged too much.
Yeah, I'll hit it again
25 hits.
for another 11.
All right. Krethic.
Maybe I got its attention. I don't know.
What you got, Hobgoblin?
I'm thinking. I will let's see if we can hopefully kill it. Boop, boop. With advantage. 22
22 hits.
for 4 slashing, and let's use another first level spell. So 2d8. D8. 5 radiant damage.
It's close, but not quite.
And
18 hits.
For 2 slashing.
I'm about 90% certain that if Connie hits it, it dies.
All right.
So you mean I should absolutely reckless attack?
And I will move back there.
All right. Zorm.
Bonus action. Actually, I'm gonna hit this one first with my hammer. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let me show you my baseball swing. As soon as I apply all of my modifiers. Blam. Wow, that sucked.
Well done.
You reel back for the baseball swing, and it ducks, and Jonelle also has to duck, so you don't take his head off with it.
You're not supposed to dodge. That's very... actually kind of smart. Bonus action, I'm going to use my War Priest ability to hit it again with the mole.
I feel like the universe is trying to teach the cleric you should do cleric-y things in battle.
19 hits. 28 points of
28
damage.
points
Ow.
of magical bludgeoning damage.
The return swing does catch him.
I would do more cleric-y things in battle, except you guys ran over and got surrounded, so I have to be the maul right now.
Connie.
Did no one take healing word?
Oh, I've got healing word.
No, I didn't.
I've got healing word and
Like
mass
I
healing
said,
word.
I'm an idiot.
I can yell
That
heal,
won't
but that's not going
change.
to do much.
That will
Yeah.
change as soon as I do as soon as we get a rest.
I've got
Yeah.
both healing word and mass healing word. I'm just trying to conserve my spell slots for prayer of healing.
It's this guy who's burning him on attacks, but okay.
I have only spent 2 spells. I haven't spent anything more
I'm the
than
one
2
who
spells
spent
on
on
attacks.
that. Yeah.
Okay. So
It's your turn, Connie.
yeah,
Just
I'm
kill
gonna
it.
hit this thing recklessly.
2 natural ones. Come on.
Come on.
19
Nope,
hits.
19 hits. Sorry.
12 slashing damage. Kills it.
Cool. Kills it. And I need to roll a wisdom's. Oh, wait, there's one more left.
There is one
Yep.
more.
Excellent.
God.
I have a great sword. It
Yes,
has
you
a face.
Natural 20 hits, of course.
Does it still have a face?
It probably doesn't. It absolutely does not still have a face.
Excellent. Because that spends my movement.
Sweet.
As the group of you, several of you quite bloodied, stand amidst piles of rubble and dust. You just hear the faintest sound of clapping in the distance, and
I go over to grab my sword. I put it in its sheath. My hammer is still magic for an hour. The spiritual weapon goes away in like a few seconds. All right, now if everyone could stand within like 30 feet of me for the next 10 minutes, and I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing as a 4th level spell.
okay. You take about a 10-minute breather as the cleric casts a prayer of healing.
Hang on, let me remove some of those things that shouldn't be there.
Weapon magic.
None of it matters. So it's 14 healing. 14 plus 5. So everyone heals 19.
Yep.
Thanks.
And
There's a door in front of us.
hang on.
Krethic is standing in front of the door. I didn't even have to move him. He's standing in front of the door.
Hang on, because Connie's still hurt.
At this point, I will dump a level 2 cure wounds in.
Connie, you're being healed by ugly people.
Yeah.
12 healing.
I'm well aware.
I mean, ugly people have healed Connie's full health points and a half easily, perhaps more. So,
Connie's still injured.
yes. Yeah, no, Connie got fucked up.
Barbarians are tanks.
Hang on.
Tanks take a lot of healing.
I'm gonna dump a 3rd level cure wounds into Connie as well.
Especially when they don't actually make use of the thing that lets them tank by reducing half of the damage they take from everything.
Hey, you guys are gonna thank me for that when we run into the 4th encounter of the day and I still have rage.
That's another 13 hit points.
Though I guess technically the other strategy is I could just rage until I... Oh, wait, that's...
You went down 13, not up 13.
I typed wrong. And then plus actually 13. For fuck's sake. 36 plus an additional 13, roll 20.
49.
There I go. 49. Yeah.
Are you all right, milady?
I'm fine.
Excellent.
I reach down, grab one of the crushed gargoyles, find an intact crushed gargoyle head, and just sort of anchor it on one of the spikes on my armor. All right, good to go.
It fractures a little bit. It probably might break apart if you walk too much with it, but
That's
going to terribly imbalance you.
There's nothing balance about
all of my weapons are hanging off my right hand side. That's fine.
All right.
There's a door. I'm not checking for traps.
I am still literally standing in front of the
to
door.
be fair, there are
Double
2
door.
doors. They are double doors.
That's
What I'm
something you
saying
could have
is,
checked over during the 10
If it
minutes.
looks
we're
like somebody's
spending.
going to the door to start to open it, Krethic
Yeah,
will be like, wait.
You had
Let
10
us-
minutes to stand there, so
Yeah. I will check the door for traps.
Go ahead and roll me
With
an
my
investigation.
0 perception. Oh, investigation?
Yeah.
Oh, even better. I have a -1 for that.
I'm just gonna stand on the other side of these gargoyle corpses while you do that.
I don't have advantage, but 18.
This door does not appear to be trapped.
Excellent. Now I open the door.
Roll a dex save.
More
I
box
start-
text.
I am. Yeah. We pause
This-
and wait for the box text.
This grand hall is choked with dust and stretches into darkness ahead. Webs hang from the arched ceiling like drapes, and life-size statues of knights line the hallway on both sides, their eyes seeming to watch you.
Everybody, a moment, please. Is this one of them?
Yes.
I walk up to it. I stare it in the face for a moment.
It stares you in the face.
And then I slam my great axe, or my battle axe, just two-handed, like, kunk! Does it react?
You slam your battle axe into its torso. There's the ringing of metal. Nothing else happens.
All right, we're good.
Congratulations, you found the early warning system.
And I start heading down the tunnel, or hallway. Yep, those are a lot of armor.
How much gold
It'd
do
be
you
really
want to
funny
bet
if
they
the
activate
one-
like halfway through the hallway?
It'd be funny if, yeah, I was gonna say, it'd be really funny if that was the one that wasn't an animated suit of armor.
She's not animated yet.
Or Strahd is like, no, dude, stay still. This is going to be hilarious.
This is gonna hurt, but it'll be worth it for the rest of them.
I'm gonna stop at one of the statues, reach up, see if I can take the helmet off of it.
It's a statue. It's all solid.
Oh, so it's actually a statue. It's not a suit of armor. Okay.
Nah, yeah.
Door!
All right.
This is the
Open
door.
door!
I noticed you didn't check this one for traps.
He's done with this fucking place already.
Dim, colored light filters through tall, broken, and boarded-up windows of stained glass, illuminating the ancient chapel of Ravenloft. A few bats flutter about near the top of the 90-foot-high domed ceiling. A balcony runs the length of the west wall, 50 feet above the floor. In the center of the balcony, two dark shapes are slumped in tall chairs. Benches coated with centuries of dust lie about the floor in jumbled disarray. Beyond the debris, lit by a piercing shaft of light, an altar stands upon a stone platform. The sides of the altar are carved with bas-reliefs of ancient figures entwined with grapevines. Angelic figures, I should specify. The light from above falls directly on a silver statuette. A cloaked figure is draped over the altar, and a black mace lies on the floor near its feet.
Did we have anything from the fortune teller about this room?
Nope.
No.
We probably leave it alone then.
I am carefully walking forward.
Graphic says leave it alone. I'm not leaving it alone.
I didn't say leave it alone. Zorm
Oh,
said leave
sorry,
it
Zorm. Why? did
Not
you-
all monstrous creatures have the same name,
It's
Connie.
okay. I'm used to it. Most people can't tell
Also,
Gith
you
apart.
both switched characters around the same time,
Yeah,
and
no, it's
this game takes place at what time is it? 1 in the morning. Oh, 11:30.
11:30.
Most people can't tell Gith apart, so I'm used to being called the wrong name.
Yeah, I'm walking up to this dude over here, which I'm assuming is the slumped over guy.
Yes.
I'm gonna call him Charles.
I'm gonna walk up to the mace, wherever that might be.
It's
Okay.
with the guy.
Oh, I thought it was across the room. Sorry.
Yeah, it's at his feet.
Cool.
The mace is of a intimidating make, shall we say. Its handle is sort of carved out of obsidian, stone-like substance. The head of the mace appears to be carved out of horned skulls, and there is an eerie orange glow from the eye sockets in center of the mace.
Ah, it
Is
matches my
it
aesthetic.
Pretty by the standards of my faith.
It looks horrendous by the standards of your faith. It is
Great.
made of skulls and obsidian. It fits your punk visage.
It fits Zorm's aesthetic.
Yeah, that's why we're not touching it. I'm not allowed to touch things that I like.
I'm looking at the guy.
William, I don't seem to have a light on me.
Do you cast light?
Yeah, I cast light at the beginning.
Okay. Yeah. Let me put a light on you. 40. Dim light starts at 20. Player C light.
So I look at the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I look at the statuette.
The corpse wears a handsome fur-lined black cloak embroidered with golden thread and a suit of chainmail. The statuette, is a 12-inch tall statuette made of purest silver, weighing, you would guess, about 10 pounds. It depicts a cleric kneeling in supplication.
I could probably sell that.
No. Does it look like... Does this look Indiana Jonesy? For lack of a better term.
Roll me a perception check.
Because
Like-
I always feel the need to point this out when the Indiana Jones thing comes up. That didn't work.
No. What I mean is dead guy slumped over near a statuette. Are these two things directly related?
Okay.
I unfortunately did not take.
Does that amount of weight
Identify.
need to remain there?
No, it's a ritual spell, so I guess if since I know all my spells.
This guy just walked in and keeled over.
No, so you cannot look at your cleric spellcasting block.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
clerics
have
can't ritual
cler-
cast.
clerics can ritual cast, but they have to have the spell prepared, unlike wizards who just have to know the spell.
Which makes
Oh.
the ritual caster feat particularly nice for clerics because you can get your spells in a book and not.
Well, if he's not, if it's no relation, then I'm going to look at the statuette a little bit closer. Is it attached?
It's sitting on the altar. It's not attached to the altar.
I will try to pick it up.
You pick it up. It weighs about 10 pounds.
Okay.
I want to look at this.
You
mace.
do notice
much?
something that you just noticed as you picked it up. You felt a little while ago and didn't realize. While you are within 30 feet of this thing, you feel the effects of a protection from evil and good spell, specifically against fiends and undead.
I would like to arcana this.
I want to check out this mace.
It actually be religion.
Religion? Good. Religion is good. I actually get a bonus. I actually have a plus on my roll of that instead of a -1. Unfortunately,
You don't
so I just rolled my second natural one in a row.
know what the hell this thing is, but it's magic.
And apparently it protects people from
Can
from
I make a religion check?
outsiders. So
If the
Yeah, you can make a religion check if you like.
sound,
I
yeah,
I want to inspect the mace, GM.
Roll me Arcana if you want to.
because being literally holier than thou is important to Connie. Oh, I don't have disadvantage. 9.
You don't know what this thing is, but it's magic.
And
Right.
I will casually religion check the statue since I'm nearby
This mace is definitely magic and spooky.
with an 8. Also don't know what
My
it is.
You don't know what it
God.
is, but it's magic.
that was
Hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rolls in a row that didn't go over a 7.
Is it?
Look, I rolled like 4 natural 20s in the last fight.
Is the mace spooky
Oh,
like
so I rolled 3.
like is the mace
I
spooky
know.
like potentially evil or just that aesthetic?
It's just that aesthetic.
I'm picking up.
All right, you have a magic mace.
Would it have stopped you if it was evil?
No, I just wanted to know. This seems cool. I'll have to spend some time identifying it, though. You want it? I say holding it out to Krethik. It's a one-handed mace, I'm assuming.
I will. Yeah, no, it could be.
Yeah, it's a mace.
Useful against those, things that make my battle axe useless. I will arcana it.
Sure. It's definitely magic of some kind. You have to spend some time attuning to it to really find
Right.
Can I arcana it?
out. Sure.
Hey,
Somebody has to roll over a 10 eventually.
I'm actually not dumb.
so if
But
I'm not
this
smart.
but this roll is not that roll.
Since I'm in the aura of that statue, do I imagine that the statue would allow us to take a rest without being intruded upon by undead things?
Probably, at the very least, it would make them not want to fight you.
The aura's coming from the statue with the small statuette, right?
Yeah, the small
As
statue.
far as we can tell.
So if we want to like rest for a bit, gather ourselves, take a breath, whatever, it'd probably be good at that point to do it, like when we're around that.
The statuette is also a thing you can attune to if you would like to, Krethik. You can attune to both of them over the course of a short rest.
Oh, you can attune to the statue, can you?
We can take it with us.
Pick the mace.
Do you want the mace or the statue? Both. I could probably attune to the statue, maybe.
True alignment?
True neutral. Probably not.
You know what? I am comfortable with my axe. I will look at this statue thing.
I'll take the mace then. I'll attune to it.
All right. So I will provide for... you guys going to take a short rest?
Yep.
All right. So I will provide for Zorm, the Mace of Terror. And I will provide for Krethik, the Icon of Ravenloft.
That sounds important.
Ooh. So what does it do?
I will let you know.
I reach over to the right to the mace on my right hip, pull it off, drop it to the ground, replace it with the one that I have. With the new one.
John, just as a reminder, your mace is currently magical.
No, my maul is magical.
Oh.
So, by the way, since this is a short rest, any of you who are injured can spend hit dice.
Okay, yeah. I should do that.
I get my key points back.
It's almost like you didn't need to put all of those healings in me.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't know what would be in this room.
That's fair.
Oh, well, that's useful.
If we got jumped by statues in the hallway on the way here, you wouldn't be saying we shouldn't have done it.
I probably would.
I get to use an that constant protection from evil thing. Against fiends and undead specifically, which fair enough.
Considering where we're at, that's pretty useful.
Yep, I can cast Augury once per long rest. Using it while turning undead increases the save DC by 2. Or turning the unholy. And I can use it for a free 3rd level Cure Wounds cast.
Can't be used again until the next dawn.
Yeah, once per day.
Mace of Terror lets me terrorize people.
Go figure.
It has 3 charges. I can expend 1 charge to release a wave of terror. Each creature of my choice in a 30-foot radius extending from you must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of me for 1 minute. It's also a mace, so it's a one-handed weapon. I can't use my Great Weapon Master on it, but I have a shield, so I can swap the mace for shield bit.
Also, it's a magic weapon,
It's
even
also
if it doesn't
a
have a +1 bonus.
Yep. After we get done resting, I just want to look around the chapel real quick and see if there are any other exits.
So as you sort of wander around, you see that there are a pair of alcoves that lead to staircases. There's one to the south and one to the north of the.
They also
of the
have
main
statues in them.
Yes, they do.
We got staircases and statues. That sounds like the name of a game someone should make. Staircases and statues.
Sounds dull.
I imagine it'd be like you got a board or a piece of paper or something. Roll dice to make
As
decisions.
Storm is going on about that. Connie's just gonna head up one of the staircases.
Krethik will follow.
All right, so that one. This arched room connects a vast chamber to the east and a staircase that rises to the west. Alcoves in the north and south walls hold 8-foot tall sculptures of helmed knights with muscular builds. black shadows fall across their faces.
I'm just gonna tap them as I go by. Knock, knock.
They don't move.
I round the
You
corner.
along around. Yep.
The staircase is made of old wood that strains underfoot, creaking and groaning. Which then leads to another floor.
Yay!
Actually,
Stop moving. I have to take your tokens and copy them.
I wonder if I tried to locate, like, the throne, like Strahd's throne, if that'd be specific enough.
You have to be familiar with it, not just specific.
Have you seen Strahd's throne before, and when?
I can imagine what it looks like, though. I'm thinking gold-lined, like, sort of gold decoration with, like, a red velvet back. Probably has Strahd himself sitting in it, reclining with a glass of wine, one leg up on a knee of the other.
Oh, I see. We saw it on the cover of the adventure. That's fair.
Candles in the background.
He's got some cards in his hand.
Something.
Other ones are fluttering towards you.
There's a raven somewhere.
Oddly specific visage there.
I'm a cleric. I get visions from my god.
They must be ugly visions.
So, a sculpted stone railing encloses this long balcony which overlooks Ravenloft's chapel. Two ornate thrones stand side by side in the center of the balcony, covered with dust and strung with cobwebs. The thrones face away from the double doors that give access to the balcony.
Kind of like that. So you're pointing at the thrones.
How many thrones does this man need?
I assume one for every room.
I'm going to venture. So there's a balcony.
Yeah.
That over here?
Yeah.
Or-
So, as you round the corners of those chairs, you notice as you walk by, sitting within these cobweb-covered thrones are a pair of musty, desiccated corpses, which, as soon as you pass within their reach out to grab at you.
Of course they do.
Remember to clear the turn order from the last
Yeah.
page.
They get their surprise round, but we're going to go ahead and roll initiative again.
Hey! A natural 20, which means I go on a 19.
I rolled the exact same initiative.
I rolled a natural 22.
Oh, and I'm going last.
Oh, you know who I haven't been bringing with you?
Esmeralda.
Our assistant.
I
yeah.
mean, I feel like
It's okay, more XP for us.
still just
Also-
she will show up at the end when it's time for us to kill Strahd.
I feel like we let her conserve all of her abilities for the Strahd fight.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's the only person in the party who can cast
Esmeralda.
Lightning Bolt.
Stay back. Wait until we encounter the vampire.
I will stab things and shoot them.
I mean, that works too. Always fine to have an extra sword.
I feel like these corpse things are not long for this world.
Well, they do get the surprise round before anything.
I don't
else.
know. You have a habit of getting yourself surrounded, Krethic.
I voluntarily walked into that situation.
Like four more of these corpses could just drop from the ceiling and surround you.
And that would be acceptable.
These guys have unique character sheets because Strahd zombies are different from normal zombies, apparently.
So, I'll wait till.
So, hang on, you have 6 attacks coming at you. 1 second.
Wow. Okay.
15 misses you.
Spry.
12 misses you. 10 misses you. Natural 20 hits you for 5 piercing damage as one of them manages to bite around your armor and dig into your arm.
Okay. Meh.
And the other two claws miss you.
Okay,
Spry fuckers.
so I have a question.
Yes.
You said this is a balcony. What's over the balcony?
The chapel that you just came up from.
Okay,
How high is the balcony?
I believe it said it when you were in the chapel. Let me check.
You throw them over the balcony and we have to go back downstairs to kill them. I'm going to be annoyed.
50 feet above the floor.
that's a lot of damage.
Be 5d6, yeah.
Oh, look, they took 5 damage.
Janelle, you're up. As these zombies claw at Krethik from out of these two thrones.
Well, we'll start here. And as they get up, I'm gonna punch them in the back of the head. And attempting to do stunning strike. So DC 15 con save.
I don't know that you can.
I don't know if I can stun them or not, but I'm going to
Yeah.
try. No, that was an advantage, but just to see if I got a crit. Nope. Okay.
DC 15, you said?
Yep.
It makes a save.
No.
Punch him again.
Punch him again.
Remember to toggle advantage.
As you punch it, you slam down and crack into its hip, and its leg pops off.
You have punched it. You have made 4 punches at rolling a 25 each time.
Yes.
Roll damage for your second attack.
Great. And I'm going to take one more swipe. One more. He's still twitching, isn't he?
As you strike it this time, you slam across its shoulder, and one of its arms pops off.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm going to hit his big axe kick into the body. Assuming a 17 hits him.
Yep.
For another 8 points of damage. And I'm going to step down over here to make a little bit of room.
And by axe kick into the body, you mean across the head, which falls off of its shoulders, but keeps chattering around.
Feel like these are piecemeal zombies.
And that would be it.
All right. Esmeralda just kind of steps over to where she's got a good view. I know these things. Well, just because their limbs are gone does not mean they do not keep fighting, she says as she stamps on its arm and then just pulls her rapier and proceeds to stab into the torso. Which does enough damage to kill it. As the body of the zombie goes limp, the rest of the severed limbs stop moving. And then she steps over and thrusts into the other zombie. Thankfully, it's piercing damage and not bludgeoning or slashing. But he's going to go with the hand axe, which is slashing. And it chops its head off, which rattles to the ground. Zorm.
I've always kind of wanted to do this, actually. 1, 2, 3. Come up from behind and to the side of the one in this throne. Sort of line up the hammer that I'm flanking with Krethik. I just want to like nail their backbone into the throne with the maul.
Roll
The great weapon strike.
for it.
Advantage. Come on, crit. There's a 15 hit.
Yes. Frankly, that 8 would have hit.
So that's 22.
It's dead. As you nail it, as you expected, into the throne.
Satisfying. Probably more satisfying if it had organs left to burst, but I mean, still not bad.
Now, is there
You are left with dusty and partially destroyed thrones and an overlook over the balcony of the chapel, and doors to your left. Well, to
Probably
your-
not, but is this the throne we're looking for? I say,
No.
kicking through the remains, seeing if there's anything here.
There's the door, right?
any
Yes.
indication as to what these thrones were for? I mean, like as to who these people were.
No idea who they were. The thrones were probably for, viewing ceremony over the chapel from a higher elevated position, but
Can I open the doors?
you can absolutely open the doors.
Awesome. I pause for box text.
Good. This 20-foot high hall has a dark vaulted ceiling draped with cobwebs. A low moan seems to travel the length of the corridor as it rises and falls, intoning sadness and despair.
Wait, I hear my calling card. Hang on. I move over towards the hallway.
I'm just gonna keep going and not think too much about the general situation I am in.
Hey, Jonelle, come on. Got a
Alright.
hallway.
Stop right there.
Yep, stopping.
Then the floor falls away. Everything comes.
We watch them fall to their death.
As you
like,
as
hey,
you
good
reach
thing we were back here.
As you reach the midpoint of the hall, you hear a scraping sound of stone against stone, followed by the squeaking of a bat. In the direction of the noise, you see the fanged visage, outstretched claws, and flapping black cape of a vampire bearing down on you from above. A deep, throaty chuckle fills the hall.
Are we rolling initiative again?
Yes.
I'm gonna clear the initiative from the previous fight.
Yes.
This is the best castle. It's like House of Horrors meets Fight Night every 5 steps.
Oh, that was better.
I rolled a different initiative. Also, we can see that. Oh wait, no, that's Esmeralda. Never mind.
That's Esmeralda.
I was supposed to see her initiative.
Yep.
Why didn't we come here sooner? This is fun.
Oh, never mind. It goes right there. All right. His initiative.
Oh, he's gonna get fucked.
Who? The vampire?
The one, yes, the vampire that's going last.
He may have a surprise round. That is not quite clear yet.
Esmeralda kind of reflexively pulls her crossbow and fires at the vampire coming at the group.
Get that stake launcher ready. Esmeralda using the stake launcher from Painkiller. which just launches logs, like sharpened logs at enemies to pin them.
The crossbow bolt lodges into the chest of the vampire, but it continues to fly towards the group. Connie,
Awesome.
it's about 10 feet off the ground, so you'll need a reach of at least 10 feet to hit it,
Now, I can't stand under it.
unfortunately.
I
You'll need,
have
you'll get to
javelin.
you need a weapon with reach or something to throw, yeah.
I have javelins. Barbarians are given javelins because this situation inevitably occurs.
Yep.
So I'm gonna...
I like the idea of the barbarian comes of age is like, all right, here is your greatsword, here's your javelin, here are your barbarian clothes as part of your barbarian starter set.
We know that you will feel the javelins are useless, but eventually there will be a thing that flies.
I like that Jonelle and I just did the same thing for probably the same reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
I think I'm thinking of something.
No, I'm not gonna actually move up. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna go off to the side a little bit, but I'm gonna stay at the distance I am right now because I want it to come to us and die.
Okay.
But I am raging, and I'm smashing it with javelins. Oh, a reckless attack, sorry.
Go ahead.
Say that. Oh, I forgot to press the button too. Oops.
16 hits.
Awesome.
You hurl this javelin across the way, and it digs into this vampire's torso. And it falls from the sky and rumbles across the floor with a wooden clanking sound.
And there's also some radiant damage on that because I am raging. If it fell out of the sky, then I'm moving up to make my next attack.
Did the vampire fall or the javelin fall?
The vampire fell.
Okay, good.
Thought so. And I have 40 feet, so I can just make it. And my magical greatsword, which does a lot more damage.
Roll damage.
13.
You completely sunder the wooden mannequin of a vampire.
I'm going to kill.
Oh,
I love this place.
Roll!
this place just gets more and more fun with every single hallway.
That is great.
Now that's just impolite.
Oh, that felt good.
I didn't burn my rage earlier. Because I knew it was going to eventually end up in this situation. Cool.
I just walk right by and I open this door.
That is no longer the wooden mannequin of a vampire, by the way.
I don't imagine it would be.
Quack, 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 quack.
Oh, that felt so good.
Just walk past Connie as she's just desecrating this mannequin.
Can you desecrate something that
Decimating,
is fundamentally
Not desecrating.
Oh. Oh.
It's not like we're walking by and the camera just shows like everybody else walking by, and in the background this blurred out image.
No, that's exactly what it shows.
No.
It's exactly what it
Splinters
shows.
flying everywhere.
Just a blur, just a black sensor block where Connie was, and splinters flying like they're coming out of a wood chipper.
I mean, again, that's decimating, not desecrating.
Again, I would argue that this is a fundamentally unholy creature and thus cannot be desecrated.
It's a piece of wood.
It's an unholy piece of wood.
The doors open to reveal another set of double doors 10 feet ahead. Between these doors, a 10-foot wide corridor stretches north to south. At each end of the hall, floating in the darkness, is a human skeleton clad in the rusted armor and tattered livery of a castle guard.
He walks in, He looks left. He looks right. They will either attack me or they won't. And I walk up to the door, the next door, and I
They hang
open
there
the door.
motionless. As you enter this room, dim light from the courtyard falls into this great hall through the broken glass and iron latticework of a large window in the west wall. This immense room is a place of chilly, brooding darkness. Empty iron sconces dot the walls. Hundreds of dust-laden cobwebs drape the hall, hiding the ceiling from view. Directly across from the window stand a set of double doors in the east wall, which you just entered from.
Right.
Further south, a single door also leads from the east wall. Staircases at both ends of the north wall lead down. At the far southern end of the hall, a large wooden throne stands atop a marble dais. The high-backed throne faces south, away from most of the room.
Oh, we
There's
found
a
another
gold-lined
throne.
red velvet
Technically a
chair.
throne room.
It is a room in which there is a throne.
I was asking the GM.
This does seem to be some form of throne room.
Awesome. I am looking for whichever thing we were gonna find in the throne room.
As you look around, resting, hanging off of the back of the chair, on the marble dais, is a small amulet.
Can I Arcana or something the amulet?
I will walk up.
It'd be religion, but yeah.
Okay. Yep, that works better.
Come, holy warriors, let's religion this amulet.
Let's religion the hell out of this thing.
Oh, I don't have advantage. 16.
13.
10.
Krethic and Connie, you both recognize this as a holy symbol, and Krethic, you recognize it as a very potent holy symbol.
This is supposed to help us.
It is a holy symbol that denotes it's made of what seems like brilliant silver, that is carved and cut in the shape of a blazing sun with a single perfect ruby embedded in the center, dangling from a golden chain.
If I might be so bold.
If you might be so bold.
I just sort of like reach out towards it.
What?
I grab it.
Yep.
So, Zorm, immediately as you pick this up, you get the immediate sensation that this, while powerful, your nature is not of altruism and benevolence, and so you cannot use this.
Oh yeah, it's not for me. And I toss it to
I will
Krethic.
take it. I'll take it. As soon as he says it's not for me, I will try and grab for it. Because I want to be a cleric, goddammit.
You grab this, but ultimately you are not a cleric and cannot figure out how to use it. You are neither a cleric. You are neither a cleric nor a paladin, though you might be of good alignment.
Oh, okay, so paladins can use it. It was gonna be hilarious if
I can use it.
None of us could use it.
only good aligned clerics could use it.
It requires attunement by a cleric or paladin of good alignment.
I will.
Honey is just staring at it.
I will take I will take the statue, and I will take the amulet out of that and put the statue
In Connie's hands.
Perhaps that may be useful for you. And with holy powers.
She is clearly really angry and does not have access to words that convey this particular series of frustrations.
You're probably still raging because it really hasn't been that long since the wooden vampire.
It drops when I'm not attacked or attacking for a round, but thematically, I'm still raging.
I mean, if you want a book that has the words you might need, I have one. I say pulling out mine.
I don't
litany of swear
really
words.
attack him, but there's a fist in in Zorm's direction.
Careful of the spikes. Careful of the spikes.
So,
They're part of my kitchen.
while we will thusly end there, I'm going to assume you will take a minute to attune to your respective items.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will thus then provide Connie with the icon of Ravenloft.
Yep.
And provide Krethic with the holy symbol of Ravenkind. And there we will end.
We've only been going 2 hours.
Have we?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Never mind, we're going to keep going.
We are
Never
making
mind.
good time for once.
I thought it's been way longer than it had been. We're going to keep going.
Nope. We've only
No,
been
we
going 2
just
hours.
keep fishing every 10 minutes.
The holy symbol of Ravenkind only shows the picture. It's fine. I can grab everything of it off D&D. Off.
Oh, right. It's in the GM notes. Hang on. Let me move the GM notes to the regular notes.
All these magical items that are just laying around.
They're just playing around.
Bam. There you
Can't
go.
use most of them.
All right. So we've got that.
Nice. I can cast Hold Vampire.
Oh,
Nice.
That's cool.
No, the icon is good.
Yeah.
It makes you a pseudo priest. You're a pseudo cleric.
Yeah. That's the pseudo cleric notion's a little bit of a sore spot right now. But
I mean, Krethic wouldn't say it turns you into pseudo cleric. It just does. You can cure people and you can augury.
Yeah.
Right. So now we need to find the treasury. Probably going to be below everything else.
most likely.
Unless he's really
Treasury.
weird and likes to keep his treasury above everything else.
And
I know
we're
what-
also-
I know what gold looks like. Could I locate object gold?
Go-
Like
Locate
gold
object
bars.
Things-
I feel like if you do that, good Zorm, your head will explode by the sheer opulence in here.
That's fine. That's the way to go. Really.
This is there is a reason that locate object looks for one specific thing, which is why you have to be familiar with it. You can look for a specific gold coin that you are familiar with, but not for gold in general.
Damn it.
Or
Right.
any kind of creature that would, because creatures it can locate the nearest.
Yeah, locate creature. Locate creature can find just the nearest thing, but locate object looks for a specific thing that you're.
Let
familiar
me check the
I've got
RG
locate
stat.
creature. I can do that if I needed to. But I feel like if I say locate creature vampire, it'll say yes.
with.
Look for skeleton guard something.
I feel like it'll also say yes.
I'm gonna cast augury, asking specifically if going down is the fastest route to the treasure room.
Nice.
Give me-
Because I am a nerd barbarian. Technically, it still is wheel or woe, but hopefully that's specific.
Let's see if I can figure out where specifically. I know where it's at. I just need to figure out what level it's on. Phew!
Bless you.
Thank you.
It's actually just in this door right next to us.
You receive wheel.
Okay. Connie will look up from her statue. and then flip through the book. By the goddess's grace, we know to proceed downwards.
I can get behind that passage.
She
Down we
looks
go.
affronted.
Down we go.
To the stairs, I say, pointing to the north.
All right.
All right. Give me 1 second to get back onto you guys' layer because I had to look at other layers other maps to figure out where the thing was.
I think those are downstairs.
They were described as downwards.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's true, we will discover.
No, it's a troll thing. Once you start walking down the staircase, it moves and is now an upward staircase.
God damn it.
Filled with wooden fake vampires.
Those are my favorite.
Staircases at the north wall lead down, yeah.
Down.
We head down the stairs.
Down into the dungeons of my black despair.
Not mine. His.
As I need to shift your attention because you have moved from where you were last time on this map. Think.
Wait, I predict box text.
You do. There is indeed box text. I also need to bring Esmeralda back down. Think. K19. Literal box text for everything. Massive stairs rise to a landing 20 feet wide by 40 feet long. Stone arches support a ceiling covered with frescoes 20 feet overhead. The frescoes depict armored knights on horseback, their finer features faded beyond recognition. Dust floats in the air here. At each end of the south wall, a staircase rises into darkness, which you just came down from. Between the staircases are twin alcoves, each one containing a standing suit of armor covered with dark stains. Each suit of armor clutches a mace, the business end of which is shaped like a dragon's head. Words engraved on the arches above the suits of armor have been scratched out.
There's a lot of suits of armor in this castle. I'm waiting for them to start actually being interesting.
I'm grabbing one of those maces.
All right. So as you step up to one of the statues to attempt to grab onto its mace, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, hey.
Of course.
I didn't have to wait long.
They just became interesting.
Dexterity, you said?
Yes.
13.
Not high enough. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as the statue in front of you lashes out, windmilling its arms and swinging the mace around and catching you in the face. A moment later, it resets back into position.
Right.
How badly did you want that mace?
Not that badly.
I'm thinking heading down.
Yeah. Keep going.
So peeking around the edge of this staircase, does that look like where we just were?
Yes.
Okay.
You can still see the piles of rubble that used to be gargoyles.
Yep.
You go check the staircase over by the dining hall.
Yeah. There was a down that way.
Dude.
I'm not pausing for box tests because we were already just here.
As I pass by, I will football kick one of the gargoyle skulls into a wall. Just
And now I
casually.
am pausing for box text because I'm planning on going down some stairs.
Yes. Fluttering torches and iron sconces illuminate the spiral staircase. A chill wind rushes down the circling stairway, seeming to kill the very heat of torches.
Does the staircase go down?
Yes, he also goes up.
Down, down, down,
Down we
down,
go.
down, down, down.
All right, hold
That
still
occurs
so
to
I can
me.
copy
I
you.
just got a yes for going down, so we don't actually know how far we're going.
It's fine. If we go all the way down and then work our way back up.
For the next level,
Just
search it.
Working on the assumption that the treasury room is not going to be on the first floor.
We don't want to go too far down because there'll be crypts down there. We want to avoid
One
the
of those
crypts.
things where you accidentally trigger the ending cutscene because you were wandering really far outside of where you were supposed to be.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
God damn it, John! You aggroed the instance boss.
Whoops.
I told you to put your pet on defense.
Flying at the boss fight, so you can't leave.
Yeah, but you're locked in at that point. It's okay.
Fucking hunters who can't be fucked to put their pet on passive.
I'm going to inspect this door for traps and box text.
I like the idea that the doors and the walls actually have the box text on them.
Yeah,
There's like a plaque in every room.
It's like Castle Ravenloft is actually just a high-priced museum.
pretty much. Rolled an 11.
No, we all have the audio to our cassettes. So it
Yes.
doesn't actually have the box text. It just has a little dialogue thing telling you the number of the box text. So you have to go to the little cassette and like click the right track, or
Yep.
on the new ones, it's like an iPad.
The door does not appear to be trapped.
I believe I've had the best perception check for traps, and I rolled a 2 thus far in this castle.
More or less. On we go!
Open the door. Click.
Open the door and pause for box text.
I found the box text.
A door of delicately engraved steel stands at the west end of this short, dark hallway. Intricate details stand out clearly on the door's surface. The door seems to shine with a light of its own, untouched by time. Flanking the door are 2 alcoves in shadow. A dark, vaguely man-shaped figure stands in each alcove.
That door is definitely trapped.
Are
and
you
guarded,
sure?
I would assume.
I mean, it's untouched by the dust and cobwebs that is touched every other part of this place. It is trapped.
Before
Can I check for traps?
Well, Krathik steps up,
I'm walking up to the door.
and
Sorry.
the vaguely man-shaped forms in the alcoves reveal themselves to actually just be piles of rats holding up man-shaped forms as we roll initiative as the rat swarms attack.
Oh, Rat Kings. Great.
Oh my god, that's great.
This is the best castle.
Oops.
jeez.
Aha! I'm faster than the monk. And everyone else.
Don't brag too much. You have an 11.
That wasn't bragging, that was more despair.
It's fine. By the way, William,
rolled
the
a
rats are rolling
3.
publicly.
Yeah, I changed it already.
Cool.
Usually that's my indicator of whether or not I've set them to whisper before, is if their initiative roll is public or not.
Now Esmeralda's going to show us all up with a higher initiative.
Oh yeah, I need to roll for her. Yes.
How it works.
So Esmeralda, being on orders to conserve her magic, will step over here and stab at a swarm of rats. Magic rapier, do your work. 10 points of piercing damage to the first swarm. I have too many giant things I need to narrow down. There we go. All right. 10 points of piercing damage. Ten points of piercing damage because their AC is 10. Oh, actually, no, it's halved each time, so it's at 10 total. And then hand axe. 8, so halved to 4. All right, that will be Esmeralda's turn. And she just kind of steps in and thrusts and hacks away at these masses of rats, but she's attacking an entire swarm with very much individual weapons, and so she's not having the most effective time. Which brings us to Zorm.
I'm gonna try out my new toy. Let's see if rats can be scared. Can you feel fear? As I pull out the Mace of Terror and a shield, so that I've got my shield bonus. And I'm going to spend a charge. They need to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
As they are a swarm, they are actually immune to the frightened condition.
All right, found that out. They cannot feel fear.
Swarms are immune to like everything.
Yeah. Swarms are awesome and badass, and druids, for some reason, are not allowed to be swarms sometimes, most of the time.
Just so everyone's aware, they're immune to fear. That was my action. I'm just gonna chill back here for a minute. I'm gonna hold my action to bludgeon a swarm if it comes too close.
You've already used your action.
Oh yeah, I can, so I'm just gonna hold back.
Krathic.
Boop. And we're gonna start smashing things. Does an 11 hit?
Yes.
Thank God.
Which one are you hitting?
The one directly, the
one directly south of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 9 slashing and
4.
You know what? Put a level 1 in. And 5 radiant.
Actually makes it a total of 9.
And then 21
Definitely hits, yes.
for 6 slashing and sure. You know what? I still have my 2 level 3 spells. Let's use one of those. 6 slashing and 13 radiant.
That one, that second blast disperses the swarm.
Okay. And for my well, this will be interesting. Oh, I guess it's not. I guess that really wouldn't matter because it is already in a corner. I'll do it anyways, just because it'll be fun. I'm gonna shove. I'm gonna use my Shield Master ability to shove the swarm.
Okay.
Swarm is immune to shove.
Shove is not something is not a condition. You cannot be immune to it. I may not be able to knock it prone.
What are you attempting to do?
I mean, push it back against the wall? I don't know. And
I guarantee you probably managed to shove it. Unless you can roll less than a 3 on your athletics.
22.
Yeah, you shove it.
Boom!
You push most of the swarm against the wall with your shield. When you pull back, they basically fill back into that space.
Good. Mission accomplished.
You sent a message.
Yes.
That's what's important.
To the rats.
It's a message to tell those rats not to fuck with us.
They're still gonna fuck with you. Jonelle, it's your turn.
Jodell does a bunch of intricate hand moves, and he is going to cast Searing Arc Strike. And I'm going to toss an extra key point in there to raise the level up to level 2. That extra level did nothing. Okay.
So both of them
But-
need dexterity save. I'm assuming you're aiming
So
for
I'm
those
going to
that are not
aim
next to
this
Krethik.
way.
Yeah.
Aim this way to hit these two and not hit Krethik.
Yeah, they both fail. So they both take 14 points of fire damage.
For anime fans, that's Gokagyu no Jutsu.
And now it is Swarm's turn.
Bring it, rats. I ain't scared of no rats.
Reach up, pat Jonelle on the shoulder. You got this.
Here's the thing about swarms.
Swarm enters your space, Krethik.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
I can burn them off if you don't mind also being burned.
You take 2 points of piercing damage from the swarm.
Okay.
This swarm steps into Jonelle's space. Honestly, Jonelle immediately reduced their combat effectiveness by reducing them to half their hit points. Jonelle, the swarm misses you with all of its attempts to bite at you. The other swarm moves into Zorm's space.
Holy fuck, they can move.
Yes.
Magic.
Rats
Oh God,
are-
rats!
They are rats. They have legs. They can move.
Thought they were tied to each other. Like a rat king.
You take 5 points of piercing damage from the swarm. Zorm.
5.
Yes. And that is their turns. Connie.
Am I able to target the one that's on Zorm?
He just beats Zord to shit.
You run the risk of hitting Zorm if you miss too badly, but yes.
Do it! Do
I
it!
will reckless attack.
Yes!
That
I
shield
just
up.
imagine just
hilarious
Connie
if
just
I miss,
beating
but
Zorm.
I-
Going, oops, I missed.
If you're reckless attacking and you miss at all, you hit Zorm.
Do it! Do it! Do it!
Sorry, John.
Bring it.
It is character appropriate.
Yeah, he's ugly, but I'm supposed to be helping him.
But if you miss, oh
I also
well.
don't want to hit it. Oh, for fuck's sake! The other roll was a natural one. But I'm doing a 26 hit some fucking rat.
Yes, roll damage.
Just like carving meat off of a gyro, just
Wow, that's an
Probably
image.
more like the blade goes right in front of your face, and you can feel
ting,
like
ting. It's like
slicing action.
bouncing off the spiky armor. Just ting,
Yep.
ting, ting, ting.
Probably slamming a few into the spikes. And second attack.
Okay. That also
21,
hits.
I'm assuming hits.
Yes.
Are there still rats?
There are no long. Well, there are rats, but they're not in enough of a concentration to actually swarm. So that swarm is dispersed.
I haven't been this covered in gore since my last shore leave. I love playing Zorm.
Esmeralda just kind of, I was told not to use much. This will work. And she just kind of waves a hand and throws a firebolt at the swarm that is on Jonelle.
Fair enough.
And the swarm is incinerated.
Suddenly jump 20 feet and
My turn.
Yes, Zorm, it's your turn.
Walk over next to Krathic. I'm gonna use Word of Radiance. I need those. Ignoring that other one, I need those things to make a Constitution save versus 9 radiant damage.
With a -1 con, their 2 rolls are 18 and 18.
Damn it! I tried. That's my turn.
Krathic.
All right, let's kill this thing. $17
Yes.
for 7 slashing.
Okay.
Did I just stab myself in the head?
Yes, roll damage.
Yes!
Krathic, you're not supposed to hit your face.
You take 4 points of slashing damage as you try and hit the rats that are swarming all over you, but only manage to hit yourself.
That's
Love it.
You're supposed to avoid that part.
Anything
That's my
else?
turn.
Okay, Janelle.
Just, whoops. Step up and just go, hold still.
Oh my god.
This is the Ninja Turtles 2 grab the bells from the dummy without making a sound.
19 hits.
19 for 8.
Have
They
4. Okay, they're still around.
They are magical fists, if that matters.
It doesn't.
It's kind of single target bludgeoning, so this is kind of
You punch a rat.
All right, the second attack finishes this swarm and disperses them.
Punch a rat, punch another rat. There were only 2 rats in this one.
So like Ninja Turtles 2 when they had to do that the ninja test of grabbing bells from the dummy without making a sound.
Yeah.
It's
Is
just
Is it worse that there were only 2 rats left in the swarm, so Krathic hit himself trying to hit one of 2 rats crawling all over him?
You guys are mean, but that is funny.
I'm just picturing like the rat was right here, and it was a Home Alone moment of just wham!
Right.
Are there any rat swarms left?
No, all the swarms are gone.
Cool.
I would like to inspect this door for traps. I'm
I would like
assuming
to kick the door open immediately.
I would have been so happy if the door had actually been trapped.
I got a 22 as the door get kicked open.
As you kick the door open, dust assaults your lungs. A sweet yet pungent smell of decay fills the room, in the center of which stands a long oak table. A blanket of dust covers the tabletop and its fine china and silverware. In the center of the table, a large tiered cake leans heavily to one side. The once white frosting has turned green with age. Cobwebs hang like dusty lace down every side of the cake. A single doll figure of a well-dressed woman adorns the crest of the cake. Suspended above a web-shrouded chandelier of forged iron, there's a period between a single doll figure and suspended above, but there's also a period at the end of that sentence. There's supposed to be a comma somewhere in there instead of a period. An arched window in the south wall is draped with heavy curtains. Resting in a wooden stand by the window is a dusty lute, and standing quietly in the southwest corner is a tall harp shrouded in cobwebs.
Look at the cake. Ah, just like Mother used to make. I step in the room.
I also
Get my way out of this hallway so I can at least see everything.
Yep, this.
check out the harp and the lute.
No reason for a treasure room to be off of a dining hall, so the major doors are probably your best bet.
Are you certain? This is a wedding
You pres-
matter. One might keep valuables in like a reception room.
I'm looking at this door on the northern wall.
Okay.
I said I want to take a look at the lute and the harp.
You can only perception checks. Everyone is looking around.
I love that.
You look at that door. That door does not appear to be trapped.
I love that when I look at the door that gets kicked open, I roll a 22. When I look at the door that it's not getting kicked open, I get an 11.
14 to look around the room.
I
So
actually have a really good perception too. I just rolled a 2.
the loot is something special by itself. You don't know what or how or why, or if you can even make use of it. But the you find sort of scattered around the floor. You find a dusty figurine that sort of matches the lady on the top of the wedding cake. You suspect this is the groom figure. It's just kind of laying on the ground, scattered and discarded.
Does it have a no blinksy sign stamp on it?
It does, in fact, have the is no fun, is no blinksy.
With the natural one, I'm going to put it back on the cake.
Okay, you put it back on the cake.
It sticks.
That was
forever.
Strum the lute real quick. This is it.
My
Dude.
You strum the lute or the harp?
Yeah, the lute.
It's actually in perfect tune despite having sat here forever.
I am opening my door.
As am I.
As am I.
Sweet!
All three of you open doors at the same time. 1 second. From all three doors, in comes rushing a vampire. No, I'm kidding.
And box text.
Ooh,
Box
you got
text.
Box text from 3
you got
different directions.
like actual light coming from your door.
Oh, what you're at, Connie, I believe is actually a window.
Yeah, it looks like a library.
Yeah, it's a
Damn
window.
it. I thought it was...
Connie opened the window.
You know, she rolled a natural 1 on her wisdom save to make sense of things and not make dumb decisions. So yeah, she's opening a window and potentially climbing through it. We'll see what the box
I
says.
see what's in your room, Jeremy.
So first off, Zorm, the study. A blazing hearth fire fills this room with rolling waves of red and amber light. The walls are lined with ancient books and tomes, their leather covers well oiled and preserved through careful use. All is in order here. The stone floor is concealed beneath a thick, luxurious rug. In the center of the room is a large, low table, waxed and polished to a mirrored finish. Even the poker in its stand next to the blazing fireplace is polished. Large, overstuffed divans and couches are arranged about the room. 2 chairs of burgundy-colored wood with padded leather seats and back cushions face the hearth. A huge painting hangs over the mantelpiece in a heavy gilded frame. The rolling firelight illuminates the carefully rendered portrait. It is an exact likeness of Irina Kolyana.
I have no idea who that is.
43.
I met her when we were in town. Briefly.
Yep.
I don't remember if I did or not. Neither
The other
does
one,
Zorn.
you did.
She saw
You did for a minute. For the room that Krethik opened, red satin curtains hang in archways at both ends of the south wall of this dark room. Between them, in the center of the chamber, stands a large ornate iron tub with clawed feet. The tub is full of blood.
I am walking into the room.
I found a study.
I found a tub filled with blood.
Ooh, that's cooler. Study later. Blood tub first.
I am walking up to
Nothing
the
good
bloody
is going to come of this.
Yeah, sure. I'll wander over to the literal bloodbath.
Yep.
Are these curtains?
Yeah, those are curtains.
I'll appear behind the curtain.
I am going to.
I'm going to wait by the doorway.
The walls here are lined with iron hooks upon which hang black capes and formal wear. 2 arched windows in the south wall are covered by heavy curtains, is what you see, Zorn.
Is this?
I grab one
I'm,
of the capes and put it on.
I'm assuming this tub full of blood is pretty opaque.
Yeah.
Uh,
You don't want to stick your hand in, I will.
no, I will do it. I
But-
just.
Use your axe or the mace or something.
Too late.
As you stick your hand in, there's a bubbling sensation on the surface of the blood, and a blood-drenched creature explodes out of the tub and attaches to the ceiling, sending viscera flying in all directions. Cackling maniacally, blood pours off of its pale flesh and bony limbs and stringy hair as it scuttles away off the surface of the ceiling, disappearing out of the room.
Which direction?
Out of the window to the south.
Oh, so it goes past me. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no, that was more like shore leave.
Is this a door up here?
Yes, that is a door.
Where's
I'm
the
gonna
creature going
Open that door.
after it leaves? Does it go up or down?
Decisions right
Up.
now.
I feel like Krathik has a response.
Krathik is getting blood off of his arm.
Was there anything in there?
No.
Did you not see?
I mean, other than that.
Because I'm not sure. I am not sure if you noticed, friend Zorm, but a creature leapt onto the ceiling and ran away, laughing maniacally.
Oh, yeah, no, I saw. I was like pointing to the window to the south. He went that way.
Yeah, we'll have to deal with that eventually.
Actually, is that a beaded curtain?
Yes.
Let's go this way first. This seems interesting.
The same closet that Zorm noticed.
Ah,
Full of fancy clothing on iron hooks and such.
I am walking over to the closet. I am grabbing one of these fancy things, and I am wiping my arm clean with it. These are
Yes.
the possessions of Strahd.
As you wipe it down, you realize the blood is not real and just disappears.
Very well.
can I open the door?
Yep. Sweet
Well.
smells waft from this delicately lit room. A great arched window along the west wall is covered by heavy red draperies, their golden tassels glinting in the light of 3 candelabras, sitting atop small tables about the room. Tall white candles burn with bright, steady light. A large bed, canopied by silk curtains, sits with its headboard against the north wall. Carved into the headboard with great skill is a large Z. Lying amid the velvet and satin sheets and bedclothes is a young woman in a nightgown. One of her dainty slippers has fallen to the floor at the bed's foot.
Hi, are you the person that likes to take blood baths?
Zorm, friend.
Just asking.
Milady?
Does she look alive?
Right.
She just kind of looks at you with this sort of vapid expression. Yes?
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm fine.
I'm going to use one of my divine senses.
Could you provide directions to the treasure room?
I think I interpreted that as that door. I say pointing to the door on the right of the room.
Is she a celestial fiend or undead?
Nope.
I'm gonna walk close enough that
Yep.
she's definitely under the effect of the protection from good and evil. See if that changes anything.
That's a good question.
I don't have the spell text, so
1 second.
I'm not sure how that is.
I do have this spell text. Hold on just a second.
Cool.
It doesn't dismiss the effect, but it has advantage on any new saving throw.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem to affect her immediately.
Grethic will walk up to the bed. Lady, my name is Krethic. I am a knight of the Order of the Silver Flame. What is your name?
I'm Gertruda.
Gertruda.
Gertruda,
I recognize
What
that
brings
name,
you
right?
someone was looking for you.
Really?
She's been missing for some time.
Connie and Jonelle, you both recognize Gertruda as the name that the mad old woman in Barovia gave of her daughter who had disappeared.
Right.
I would while they're asking her questions, I would just like to use my ability to use detect thoughts on her.
Her head is about as empty as her expression right now.
Can I tell actually, yeah, I'll probe deeper and see if I can confirm that she is under some sort of charm effect or something.
Make me a...
The target makes a wisdom saving throw.
Make me an insight check.
Sure. 17.
Yeah. She's not aware of any kind of danger around her, especially not of Strahd. Her thoughts of Strahd are all benevolent and lovely. She's definitely been charmed.
Yeah, you're not going to get much out of her. Strahd's brainwashed her.
All right. William, this is something that I eventually have to ask every game because it always happens with a different DM and the judgment calls are often very different. Will that dispel a spell-like effect?
My problem with... I always want to say yes, but I never know what to set the level of the spell at.
Awesome. I just have to beat Strahd's DC.
I want to apologize really quick to our
spellcast.
listeners because when I tried to mute myself in OBS, I accidentally muted you guys. To clarify the information that the audience hasn't heard, Krethic is going to try to dispel magic, the charm effect on the girl, and is getting advantage because of the statue that Connie's holding.
Yep. So my DC is I only have to beat Strahd's DC with a base charisma check.
You get advantage.
Fine, it's probably only like a 23. You're
Natural
good.
20 is always.
Speaking of which,
You release this holy radiance from your hand, and as it flashes in front of her face, she kind of blinks a couple of times. She looks around.
Hi.
Milady, worry not. You are in much less danger than you previously were.
You were about to say good hands and then thought about it.
No, I was about to say you're in no danger, but we're in Castle Ravenloft.
Where am I?
If I may suggest, I turn to the rest of the group. We have achieved one of the thing. We have achieved one of the items that we require, and we now have an innocent to look after.
Let's leave and take her home.
Yes.
It'll let us prepare for tomorrow's day of
Sure.
adventure. And treasure hunting.
And have a long rest
That too.
outside of the castle.
Yes.
And as you all turn to prepare to leave, you hear that familiar echoing laugh. And as you all turn to look, that is where we will end for the evening.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.